Gas lamps flicker, casting an eerie glow on the crowded New York street, their light painting long, dancing shadows. Newsboys weave through the throng, their voices piercing the night with shouts of Houdini's daring escape. The air crackles with anticipation. Whispers of Houdini's name are carried on the night wind. A sense of excitement grips the city, each face illuminated by the flickering gaslight. The year is 1926, and magic hangs heavy in the New York air, promising wonders and defying death. In Houdini's dressing room, the air crackles with anticipation as he prepares for the night's performance. Surrounded by bustling assistants, a flicker of weariness betrays the magician's facade. He adjusts his cuffs, the metallic glint catching the stage lights, a subtle defiance in his eyes. The scent of old wood and magic hangs heavy in the air, a prelude to the spectacle about to unfold. Each movement is precise, each gesture deliberate, as Houdini transforms into the master of illusion. Tonight, the stage awaits, and Houdini is ready to defy reality once more. A packed theater vibrates with anticipation, the air thick with excitement. Houdini strides confidently onto the stage, bathed in the sharp glare of the spotlight. He bows deeply to the roaring crowd, his charismatic smile a mask. Beneath the surface, inner turmoil churns, a hidden storm in his eyes. Ropes and chains gleam ominously, meticulously arranged for a daring escape. The stage is set, the challenge laid bare before the expectant audience. Houdini hangs suspended, upside down in the glass tank, the water reflecting the dim, stark light of the torture cell. His face contorts with intense focus, every muscle taut as he battles against his restraints, a silent struggle against time. Below, the audience watches with bated breath, a sea of faces reflecting a mixture of anticipation and dread. The air is thick with unspoken tension as Houdini fights for freedom, the silence amplifying the desperate sounds of his struggle. Houdini, sweat-soaked and breathing hard, leans against the vanity mirror, his face pale despite the flush of adrenaline. Stage hands offer pats and praise, but Houdini's smile feels strained, a mask over his fatigue. He forces a laugh, exchanging jokes with his team, but a cough rattles deep within his chest. The festive atmosphere hangs heavy, undercut by a creeping sense of unease that no one dares acknowledge. Houdini's eyes reflect a flicker of something darker, a premonition that chills the air despite the warmth. Montreal, 1895. Horse-drawn carriages share the cobblestone streets with nascent automobiles. Amidst the bustling city, a younger Houdini walks with fierce determination etched on his face. His eyes gleam with ambition, each step measured as he hones his burgeoning craft. He moves with purpose, a man on the cusp of greatness, in a world on the brink of change. The city fades into a blur as Houdini's focus sharpens, his destiny calling from the horizon. In a small, nearly deserted Montreal theater, echoes amplify every sound, and dust motes dance in the weak sunlight. Houdini stands center stage, his figure a silhouette against the faded velvet curtains, his passion palpable. He performs a simple card trick, each gesture precise, each word carrying the weight of his ambition. The silence of the empty seats amplifies the rustle of the cards, the only audience to his dreams. He pays his dues, honing his craft, transforming the echoing silence into a stage for his future triumphs. Inside Houdini's dressing room, a flashback unfolds to a night of intense focus. Houdini practices, his hands a blur of motion, each movement honed to perfection. Sweat glistens on his brow as he tirelessly repeats his illusions. His eyes burn with an almost feverish intensity, fixated on the task. The room is filled with the tools of his craft, each meticulously arranged. He is driven by an insatiable need to master the impossible. In the sterile quiet of a hospital room, Houdini lies pale, his strength fading. Bess watches over him, her eyes reflecting a deep, unspoken dread. The sterile room offers no comfort, only the stark reality of Houdini's condition. A silent vigil unfolds, time stretching into an eternity of worry and fear. The air hangs heavy with unspoken words and the chilling presence of uncertainty. Houdini lies pale in the stark hospital bed, his breath shallow, his eyes pleading with Bess. Houdini lies pale in the stark hospital bed, his breath shallow, his eyes pleading with Bess. Bess, her face etched with worry, vows, "Anything, Harry? Anything at all. Hold seances. Every year. After I'm gone." Houdini urges, his hope fragile yet fervent. Houdini's hand tightly grips Bess's, their connection a silent promise in the sterile hospital room. His grip tightens, a desperate attempt to hold on, their intertwined hands a symbol of enduring love. A racking cough shatters the quiet. Each exhale, a struggle. Each inhale, a battle against the inevitable. The rattling sound echoes, filling the room with a stark reminder of his weakening state. Their eyes meet, a silent conversation passing between them, filled with love, fear, and unspoken goodbyes. A dim bedside lamp casts long shadows across the silent hospital room, the air heavy with unspoken dread. Houdini gasps, his chest rising and falling shallowly in the weak light. Each breath is a visible struggle, a battle waged in the stillness of the night. The doctor watches with a grim expression, his concern deepening with every labored breath. His fingers press firmly against Houdini's wrist, searching for a pulse amidst the fading strength. The rhythmic beeping of a monitor echoes in the room, a stark reminder of life's fragile hold. The hospital room is cloaked in shadow. Bess sits vigil by Houdini's bedside, her sorrow a palpable weight in the sterile air. Tears stream silently down Bess's face, each drop a testament to her despair as she clutches Houdini's hand. The rhythmic ticking of a clock echoes loudly, each tick a stark reminder of time slipping away. In the dim light, the stark white sheets become a canvas for Bess's grief, a silent testament to her love and loss. Dawn breaks, sunlight filtering into the silent hospital room, illuminating the stillness of death. Houdini lies motionless in the hospital bed, his face gaunt, his chest still. Life has slipped away, leaving behind only the cold reality of absence. Bess sits beside him, her body racked with inconsolable grief. Her sobs echo in the quiet room, a symphony of heartbreak and loss. Under a somber sky, a funeral procession threads its way through the crowded cemetery. Mourners line the streets, their faces etched with profound grief and silent farewells. A collective mourning hangs heavy in the air, a final tribute to the legendary Houdini. Each step echoes a legacy, each tear a testament to the master of illusion's impact. The cemetery stands as a stage for his final act, a world captivated by his enduring mystery. At Houdini's grave, Bess stands, veiled, a solitary figure against the stark stone. Sunlight catches the delicate fabric of her veil, partially obscuring her grief-stricken face. With a gentle hand, she arranges a bouquet of flowers, a burst of color against the gray. Each petal is a silent testament to a love that transcends even death's cold grip. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying her unspoken words to the silent magician. Her veiled gaze lingers on the tombstone, a final, heartfelt farewell etched in her eyes. In the dimly lit seance room of 1927, a group gathers around a polished mahogany table, hands clasped, anticipation hanging heavy, eyes closed, brow furrowed in concentration. Bess leads the seance, her presence commanding. The air is thick with unspoken hopes and fears, the silence amplifying the slightest tremor. Bess's voice, though trembling, slices through the stillness, a beacon in the expectant dark. Each participant waits, suspended between belief and skepticism, for a sign from the other side. In the dimly lit seance room, a round table shakes violently, its ornate legs trembling against the floor. A bone-chilling breeze sweeps through, rustling velvet curtains and causing candle flames to flicker wildly. The participants gasp, their eyes wide with a mixture of fear and excitement. Their gazes dart around the room, searching for the source of the supernatural disturbance. Flickering candlelight dances across anxious faces in the dim seance room, casting long, eerie shadows. Bess leans forward, her knuckles bone-white as she clutches the ornate table, a silent plea in her eyes. A palpable tension fills the air, heavy with anticipation and unspoken fears. "Is anyone there? Is that you, Harry?" Bess whispers, her voice trembling in the expectant silence. A disembodied voice echoes through the room, sending shivers down their spines. "Bess, it's me." The flame flickers wildly as Bess stares into the darkness, a mixture of hope and terror etched on her face. Flickering candlelight throws long shadows, the room heavy with anticipation and unspoken grief. Hours pass in silence, Bess's desperate pleas unanswered, the void echoing Houdini's absence. Her shoulders slump, disappointment etching lines on her face, hope's light fading in her eyes. The cold weight of reality settles, the room now a tomb of shattered expectations. Years etched on her face, Bess sits alone in her dimly lit apartment, surrounded by countless photos of Houdini. The walls whisper with memories, each photograph a frozen moment in time. Her frail hands tremble as she attempts another seance, seeking a connection beyond the veil. A weary resignation replaces the spark of hope in her eyes, dimming with each passing year. Dim light casts long shadows across the room, enveloping Bess in a melancholic aura. Bess stands transfixed before a framed portrait, her silhouette a study in sorrow and longing. Her eyes, pools of deep emotion, are fixed on the image of Houdini. A delicate mix of love and profound sadness etches itself onto her face, a silent testament. A whisper escapes her lips, a poignant address to the absent magician. Houdini. Paranormal investigators gather, modern tech humming in a room staged as Houdini's seance chamber. Sophisticated sensors stand ready, poised to capture the faintest sign of a supernatural presence. The air hangs heavy with anticipation, a silent vigil in the darkened room. Each investigator watches, hoping to pierce the veil between worlds. A collective breath is held, awaiting a signal from beyond. Electronic devices flicker, screens casting eerie light on the investigators' faces in the darkened seance room. The air crackles with unseen energy, a palpable tension filling the space. A voice recorder hums, capturing strange, ethereal noises that defy explanation. The investigators exchange glances, a mixture of fear and excited anticipation in their eyes. The room pulses with an otherworldly presence, a silent invitation to the unknown. A paranormal lab hums with unseen energy. Investigators gather around monitors, their faces lit by spectral analysis. Static and distorted whispers fill the air from seance recordings, dissected meticulously for hidden patterns. Shadows flicker across the walls, cast by equipment designed to unveil the unseen. The air is thick with anticipation, apprehension hanging heavy as they search for evidence. Each sound wave is scrutinized, hoping to find a breakthrough in the eerie silence. Narration echoes. The evidence is intriguing but inconclusive, leaving more questions than answers. Sunlight floods the Houdini Museum. Glass cases sparkle. A historian stands amidst Houdini's relics. Handcuffs, lockpicks, stage props gleam. Houdini was a master of illusion, the historian says. He dedicated his life to debunking fraudulent mediums. Sunlight floods the Houdini Museum, illuminating artifacts of magic and mystery under tall windows. A historian, amidst rows of glass cases, gestures towards old photographs, a narrative of deception unfolding. Houdini dedicated much of his life to debunking fraudulent mediums, the historian says, voice echoing slightly. The historian emphasizes Houdini's mission. He was a staunch rationalist, battling illusion with reason. The sunlight dances on the artifacts, highlighting Houdini's legacy of skepticism and exposure. Towering shelves fade into the dimly lit background, the air thick with the scent of aging paper. Sunlight streams through arched windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the stillness. Anna, sharp and driven, pores over brittle documents, her brow furrowed in concentration. Houdini's death headlines old newspaper articles, each conflicting account marked with her red pen. In the dimly lit library, stacks of books cast long shadows around the researcher, dust motes dancing in the sunlit air. Papers covered in notes fill the desk as the researcher pores over a faded document, seeking answers in the aged pages. Eyes widen as a hidden layer of intrigue behind Houdini's death is revealed, drawing the researcher deeper into mystery. A growing sense of unease settles in, the weight of the unknown pressing down as the mystery deepens. The library seems to hold its breath, the silence amplifying the gravity of the secrets uncovered within the ancient text. A Montreal street bursts to life, a vibrant stage for a historical reenactment where the past dances with the present. An actor embodies Houdini, his confident stride and charismatic wave captivating the crowd. He basks in the applause. A bright-eyed student, notebook in hand, approaches, admiration shining in his eyes. "Excuse me, Mr. Houdini? I'm a huge admirer." The student begins, his voice filled with eagerness. Houdini actor grins. "Well, I'm always up for a challenge. Go ahead, young man. Give it your best shot." In Houdini's dressing room, a student delivers a swift, unexpected punch to Houdini's stomach. Houdini doubles over, the force of the blow stealing his breath, his face a mask of agony. The air crackles with a sudden, suffocating tension, the silence amplifying Houdini's pain. Houdini clutches his stomach, a silent scream trapped within, as the implications of the attack sink in. Houdini lies pale in the hospital bed, his breath shallow, each gasp a struggle against the encroaching darkness. Doctors and nurses surround him, their faces grim as they battle to keep him tethered to life. Sweat glistens on Houdini's brow, a testament to the agony tearing through him. The room echoes with the sterile rhythm of life support machines, a stark counterpoint to Houdini's failing body. His ruptured appendix floods his system, a silent, invisible enemy stealing his strength and vitality. A flurry of motion captures Houdini's hands, a blur of dexterity as he tackles impossible escapes. Chains tighten, locks click, and the audience gasps as Houdini risks all. Water fills a glass cell, a silent, deadly threat. Can he escape before time runs out? Each stunt pushes the boundaries of human limits. Houdini's bravery is on full display. Under the open sky, a lone paranormal investigator stands in a cemetery, the final resting place of Houdini. With intense focus, he grips the dowsing rod, a tool to bridge the gap between worlds. The rods twitch, responding to unseen forces, a silent dialogue with the beyond. He seeks a flicker of Houdini's spectral presence, a whisper from the magician's spirit. The air is thick with anticipation, a palpable tension as he probes the veil between life and death. Under a sky heavy with secrets, an ancient cemetery stretches, its weathered tombstones whispering forgotten tales. The investigator stands amidst gnarled trees, the air thick with an eerie, palpable stillness. In the investigator's hands, the dowsing rod jerks violently, a frantic dance against death's backdrop. The only sound, the rustling of unseen leaves, heightening the tension. A palpable tension presses down, the weight of unspoken stories hanging in the air. "I sense a strong presence," the investigator murmurs, confirming the cemetery's secrets. Flickering light dances in the seance room, painting long shadows across velvet drapes and antique furniture. Expectant faces surround the round table, their eyes closed, waiting with bated breath in the dim. The medium sits motionless, head lolling, seemingly lost in a trance as the suspense builds. A sudden jolt courses through the medium's body, disrupting the stillness with unsettling force. The medium's voice, raspy and altered, cuts through the silence, channeling an otherworldly presence. "Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me?" "I am. Houdini," the medium cries, the room hanging on every word. Flickering candlelight casts eerie shadows in the seance room as dust motes dance in the ethereal glow. The medium sways gently, eyes closed, a low hum vibrating from her lips as a hush falls over the gathered group. He was a master of illusion, but also a man driven by a deep-seated fear. The medium intones. Participant 1 questions, "Houdini? Afraid? I thought he was fearless. The greatest prison was the one in his mind." The medium continues, an escape he could never truly achieve. Participant 2 whispers, "That's eerily accurate. How could she know that?" In the paranormal lab, experts gather, spectral waveforms painting their faces with an eerie light. They meticulously dissect the seance transcript, hunting for echoes of the unknown. Dusty historical records meet arcane texts, a delicate dance between science and the supernatural. Anticipation thickens as they find subtle matches, whispers from beyond aligning with forgotten lore. Each detail uncovered is a breadcrumb, leading deeper into the mysteries of the paranormal. The air crackles with unseen energy as they approach a breakthrough, a revelation on the horizon. Inside Houdini's silent, sunlit home, a team of ghost hunters begins their meticulous search. Thermal cameras glow, casting an eerie light as they scan for spectral traces. EMF readers twitch wildly, needles dancing as unseen energies stir the air. Anticipation hangs heavy, each creak and whisper amplifying the suspense. Dust motes swirl in sunbeams, illuminating the secrets hidden within the aged walls. They seek a sign, a presence proof that Houdini's spirit still lingers here. In Houdini's former home, ghost hunters gather, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of static-filled screens. Whispers fill the air as they monitor strange sounds through clamped headphones, anticipation etched on their faces. "I'm getting something. A presence," one hunter murmurs, eyes wide with a mix of fear and excitement. "The energy readings are spiking. It's definitely him," another exclaims, confirming their spectral quarry. A triumphant declaration echoes. "We've made contact with Houdini's spirit." Sunlight cuts through the dust-laden air of the theater archives, illuminating rows of forgotten playbills and scripts. An archivist, spectacles perched on his nose, carefully navigates the towering shelves, a guardian of forgotten stories. He delicately opens a brittle, yellowed envelope, its paper whispering secrets of performances past. The archivist extracts a letter, its elegant, spidery handwriting, hinting at mysteries and grand illusions. Narration. VO. Houdini's words. "Life is a trick, a grand illusion. We are born, we perform, and then we vanish." The camera lingers on the letter, a poignant reminder of life's fleeting nature and the magic of performance. Sunlight streams into the dusty theater archives, illuminating rows of forgotten playbills and props. A recently discovered letter lies open, its faded ink hinting at the secrets of Houdini's mind. The letter expresses Houdini's hope that there is something beyond this world, narration reveals softly. The words resonate, adding a new layer of complexity to the legendary magician's persona. Dust motes dance, as if whispering the untold stories of the theater's past and Houdini's hidden depths. In the cemetery, a gathering of Houdini enthusiasts surrounds his grave, the night air charged with respect. Candlelight flickers, casting eerie shadows that dance among the tombstones, a spectral ballet in the dark. Their faces glow in the dim light, a vigil held in honor of the master illusionist's death anniversary. A palpable sense of anticipation hangs in the air as they await a sign, a whisper from beyond. The cemetery is a stage for remembrance, where the line between reality and illusion blurs. Under a star-blanketed sky, a small group of enthusiasts gathers, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of flickering candlelight. Whispers of Houdini's legendary life fill the night as they share stories of his daring feats. In a heartfelt homage, each candle's flame dances, piercing the darkness with warmth and remembrance. A nod to the master of illusion as one enthusiast performs a small escape, honoring Houdini's enduring spirit. Sunlight warms the room, illuminating floating dust. The expert on spiritualism sits, knowledge gleaming in his eyes. Seances have a long and fascinating history. He begins, his voice a soothing balm in the sunlit room. He continues, the belief in communicating with the dead has existed for centuries. Houdini made a promise to his wife, the expert says. He would find a way to let her know. In a stark interview room, an expert sits, poised to unravel the enigma of Houdini's deepest motivations. The expert leans forward, beginning to explain Houdini's complex relationship with the spiritualist movement. Houdini's promise was a way for him to test the validity of spiritualism, the expert states. A thoughtful pause hangs in the air as the expert articulates Houdini's dual purpose, and to offer hope to those grieving the loss of loved ones. The expert concludes, his tone somber. The interviewer listens intently, absorbing the layers of meaning behind Houdini's enigmatic actions. In the stark interview room, a magician leans forward, his eyes gleaming with passion as he prepares to unravel the enigma of Houdini. He gestures dramatically, invoking the spirit of the legendary illusionist, his voice resonating with both admiration and a touch of envy. Houdini wasn't just a magician, he was a master of perception, the magician declares, a hint of reverence in his tone. His hands dance as he articulates the core of Houdini's genius, manipulating minds, crafting illusions in plain sight. It was all about misdirection, he explains, his eyes twinkling with the secret knowledge of the craft. He concludes, that's where the real magic happened, leaving the unseen interviewer captivated by the illusion. In a close, intimate interview room, the magician's eyes gleam with secrets, ready to unveil the truth. His nimble fingers dance, a prelude to dispelling the myths of Houdini. He leans forward, a storyteller about to weave a tale of skill and deception. Houdini's escapes were based on skill, knowledge, and meticulous planning. He starts, his voice captivating. The magician's gaze intensifies, emphasizing the human ingenuity behind the legend, not supernatural powers, he concludes, shattering illusions with a confident smile. Under the harsh daylight, a street performer strains against heavy chains, sweat glistening as he emulates Houdini's daring feats. The chains dig into his skin as he pulls, his muscles screaming in protest against the unyielding steel. A small crowd gathers, a mix of amusement and anticipation etched on their faces as they watch the spectacle unfold. The air is thick with tension as the performer makes a final, desperate lunge, the crowd holding its breath. On a bustling street corner, a street performer attempts an escape act, sweat beading on his brow. His movements are strained, lacking the effortless grace of a true master. He finally breaks free, but the crowd's applause is polite, not thunderous. His performance is competent, yet devoid of the captivating showmanship of Houdini. The scene subtly underscores the unique talent that set Houdini apart. The street performer bows, a stark contrast to Houdini's legendary stage presence. Dim light flickers in the seance room, casting long, dancing shadows that heighten the eerie anticipation. Around the table, actors portraying Bess and others join hands, their faces a canvas of fear and curiosity. The air grows heavy, thick, with a tension that tightens with each passing moment. Faux ectoplasmic mist begins to swirl, adding an unsettling supernatural element. The seance room is cloaked in shadows, lit only by flickering candles on an ornate table. Actors sit with eyes closed, hands joined, their faces reflecting hope and fear. Long, dancing shadows play across their faces, heightening the eerie atmosphere. Each actor embodies desperate longing, seeking Houdini beyond the veil. A palpable sense of anticipation fills the dimly lit room. The candlelight emphasizes the emotional intensity of the scene. Inside Houdini's workshop, sunlight streams through dusty windows, illuminating a world of gears, gadgets, and dreams. An actor embodying Houdini tinkers with a complex lock, his brow furrowed in concentration. Blueprints and sketches litter the workbench, testaments to Houdini's relentless pursuit of the impossible. Half-finished contraptions hint at daring escapes and illusions, a symphony of metal and mystery. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Houdini pushes the boundaries of reality within his cluttered domain. Each tool in the workshop holds a story, a testament to Houdini's unwavering dedication to his craft. Sunlight floods Houdini's workshop, revealing a world of gears and ropes, a testament to his genius. Dust motes dance in the golden rays, illuminating half-finished contraptions and the tools of illusion. The air is thick with the scent of wood and metal, a symphony of creation echoing through the room. Each object tells a story of innovation, a glimpse into the mind of a pioneer. This is where Houdini's dreams took flight, a workshop brimming with secrets and untold possibilities. A young Houdini fearlessly plunges into the flowing river, his youthful energy a stark contrast to the water's relentless currents. Submerged, he hones his focus, pushing his body to its limits. A silent battle waged beneath the water's surface. Sunlight filters through the water, illuminating his determined face as he extends his breath, mind over matter. Each moment is a test of will, forging the endurance that will define his legendary future. The river becomes his crucible, shaping him into the master of illusion and escape he is destined to be. A flashback. Young Houdini, stripped to the waist, stands resolute at the river's edge, sunlight glinting on his determined face. He inhales deeply, the icy air filling his lungs, a moment of preparation before the plunge. Muscles flexed, Houdini dives into the rushing river. The cold shock, a test of his will. He battles the relentless current, each stroke a declaration of his physical mastery. His body strains against the water's force, pushing beyond limits, driven by an unwavering dedication. Houdini's relentless swim embodies his pursuit of physical perfection, a testament to his self-discipline. A lone spotlight pierces the darkness, illuminating a young Houdini struggling within a locked wooden box. Sweat glistens on his brow as he strains against his bonds, a blur of controlled energy. The audience watches with bated breath, their faces reflecting a mixture of fear and excitement. Chains rattle and locks click, each sound amplifying the tension in the packed theater. With a final, desperate heave, the wooden box splinters and bursts open. Houdini stands triumphant, gasping for air, already basking in the crowd's adoration. The theater glows, a stage set for magic. Young Houdini's fluid movements captivate. His eyes sparkle with mischief, commanding the stage. A simple card trick unfolds, mesmerizing the audience. Laughter and amazement light up every face. Houdini, a natural, effortlessly shines. Houdini lies dying, his face etched with pain, a close-up capturing his final moments. His eyes reflect a haunting mix of fear and a grim acceptance of his fate. Each breath is a visible struggle. The hospital room fades into his memory. In the stark hospital room, the camera finds Houdini, his face etched with vulnerability. The close-up reveals the performer's human frailty, a stark contrast to his legendary invincibility. His eyes, though weary, hold a spark of the defiance that defined his death-defying life. Each line on his face tells a story of escapes, illusions, and the relentless pursuit of the impossible. An aerial shot reveals the cemetery's expanse, stretching towards the horizon under a somber sky. Rows of headstones stand in silent formation, each marking a life concluded. The vastness of the cemetery underscores the finality of death, casting a reflective mood. Shadows lengthen across the grounds as the sun begins its descent, deepening the solemn atmosphere. The camera lingers, capturing the stark beauty and quiet dignity of this landscape of remembrance. An aerial view captures the cemetery's expanse, a silent city of stone under the vast sky. Sunlight casts long shadows across the rows of headstones, each marking a story untold. The camera sweeps over the landscape, emphasizing the enduring mystery of existence. Ancient trees stand sentinel, their branches reaching like skeletal fingers towards the heavens. A gentle breeze whispers through the grass, carrying echoes of lives lived and memories cherished. The scene evokes a sense of peace and contemplation amidst the solemnity of the cemetery. Dim light dances in the seance room, illuminating a circle of paranormal investigators amidst a clutter of ghost-hunting gadgets. Lead investigator. So, let's recap. A disembodied voice claiming to be Houdini, Investigator 2. The voice matched his cadence. And the code, Rosabelle believe, he responded perfectly. Skeptic. Come on, guys. Houdini? Really? The room simmers with doubt and anticipation. Flickering candlelight casts long, dancing shadows across the seance room. Dust motes swirling in the dim light. Investigators exchange skeptical, yet intrigued glances, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow. A palpable sense of mystery hangs heavy in the air, thick with anticipation and unspoken fears. Narration. The evidence is inconclusive, but they remain open to the possibility of supernatural communication. Narration. The mystery continues, echoing the uncertainty that fills the dimly lit room. Sunlight paints stripes across the quiet interview room as the historian sits, papers aligned, ready to speak. Houdini's legacy extends far beyond simple magic tricks, the historian says, passion lighting their eyes. He revolutionized entertainment, captivating audiences worldwide. The historian continues, their voice measured. His daring escapes, coupled with his relentless pursuit of truth, continue to fascinate and inspire. He was more than an illusionist. He was a symbol of human potential, the historian concludes, a thoughtful pause. In a warmly lit interview room, a historian contemplates Houdini, surrounded by books and documents, the quiet air thick with mystery. Leaning forward thoughtfully, the historian begins to summarize years of research, their expressions serious and intent. Houdini was a complex and enigmatic figure, they say, their words hanging in the still air, charged with untold stories, whose life and death continue to inspire and intrigue. The historian concludes, leaving a lingering sense of wonder. Amidst the electric pulse of New York City at night, a magician commands attention, a vibrant homage to Houdini under the city lights. Dressed in a retro suit, he stands poised, a beacon of old-world charm against the modern cityscape. The crowd buzzes, a sea of faces illuminated by phone screens, ready to immortalize the spectacle. Anticipation hangs thick in the air, a collective breath held as the magician prepares to defy reality. Neon lights blaze over Times Square, where a street magician captivates a bustling crowd with echoes of Houdini. Chains bind him, a modern echo of the master, as anticipation electrifies the night air. With a final, dramatic flourish, he breaks free, a tribute to Houdini's enduring spirit. The audience gasps, witnessing a feat of daring and skill, a testament to a timeless legacy. Houdini's influence lives on, vibrant and alive, in every twist and turn of the magician's escape. An empty theater stage awaits, draped in shadows, silent. Dust motes dance in the dim light, illuminating the vacant seats. The air hangs heavy with unspoken stories, unseen performances. A single spotlight casts long shadows, deepening the sense of haunting solitude. The stage whispers of past glories, now just echoes in the emptiness. A silent theater where dreams once lived, now only memories linger. In the silent theater, velvet seats stretch into the darkness, dimly lit by the faint emergency lights. Dust motes dance like tiny stars, each beam a spotlight on the empty stage. The grand curtain looms, a dark, heavy barrier concealing secrets untold. This empty theater echoes with Houdini's absence, a void where magic once thrived. Yet, the air vibrates with the enduring power of his memory, a legacy that defies the silence. The camera focuses on Houdini's notes, his script revealing a mind wrestling with belief. Key phrases leap from the page, underlined with the intensity of his quest for truth. Skepticism etches itself onto the paper, a stark contrast to the faintest glimmer of intrigue. Each word, a testament to Houdini's battle between logic and the allure of the unknown. The camera hones in on a detailed sketch, revealing the inner workings of an intricate lock mechanism. Each line in the sketch speaks to meticulousness, a testament to Houdini's relentless curiosity. The sketch details his relentless pursuit of understanding how things operate. The drawing is a window into Houdini's mind, showcasing his genius. It reveals his obsession with puzzles. The archive whispers with the ghost of Houdini's passion for unlocking the impossible. A lone candle flickers, casting long, dancing shadows across the faces gathered in the seance room. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air, mingling with a palpable sense of unease. Each face is illuminated in fleeting moments, revealing a mix of hope and trepidation. The dim light emphasizes the gravity of the moment, as unseen forces seem to gather. Every flicker of the flame is a heartbeat in the darkness, amplifying the room's suspense. Dawn breaks over the silent cemetery, painting Houdini's grave with a soft, ethereal light. A gentle breeze whispers through the trees, carrying secrets of the past. The rising sun casts long shadows, hinting at the unresolved mystery of Houdini's final promise. Peace settles over the scene, a stark contrast to the enigma that surrounds the grave. The air is still, heavy with unspoken questions and the weight of a legend. In the sterile hospital room, Houdini lies still, a stark figure against the crisp white sheets, his breath shallow and fading. The scene shifts, the vibrant colors draining away, as if life itself is being leached from the frame, leaving only monochrome. A final, lingering shot captures the magician's face, etched with a mix of pain and defiance, a question hanging in the air. The black and white image dissolves further, surrendering to encroaching darkness, a visual echo of the unknown beyond. Did the master of illusion, even in death, manage to pierce the veil? Did he ever make contact from beyond the grave?